What is up, Packer fans? Back again. What a disappointing loss that was. 34-20. We couldn't stop David Montgomery. Over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. He had 30 carries. Talk about a workhorse back. Chicago's probably kicking themselves for letting him go, but he went off. Of course, I had him on the bench. I put Aaron Jones in. He had like no points. But anyway, no fantasy. We geez. Packers could not get anything going on offense. They just couldn't run the ball. They had 12 carries. Two of them were Jordan Love, and Dillon and Jones both had 5. I think Jones had 18 yards. Dillon had less. So couldn't run the ball. Lions couldn't stop the run. And even LaFleur said it's insane to keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result, referring to Joe Barry and his run defense. Again, 200 yards in this game, 200 yards against the Falcons. That's 2 out of the 4 games went over 200 yards rushing. Jared Goff didn't even put up very good numbers. He had a pick on the opening drive, and then, he threw a touchdown, I think. But other than that, he was under 300 yards passing. They didn't really need to throw the ball. Stop the run, make them throw it. You let that secondary do what it does. Let the pass rushers get home. I mean, Gary, finally, I think he got a sack or a half a sack towards the end. But still, being down 27-3 at half after last week, you'd think there would be some urgency in the first half this week. I like to see the resolve where they keep, they do come back. They do try to make it a game. You could feel the momentum switch. Romeo Doubs, 9 catches, 95 yards. Watson, 2 catches, like 25 yards and a touchdown. He was wide open on that play. Let's get more of those types of plays. And then let's talk about that Samari Toure catch. I didn't think he got in. I didn't think he had got down with the possession of the ball, but he did. It was a spectacular catch. It was his only one of the game, I think, 35 yards down the sideline. Really a nice catch. And then, just Dobbs being open a lot. I know Love missed some guys. Musgraves went down right away. He got knocked out, head injury, a concussion, I think, early on in the game. 1 catch, 1 yard, so he was done. And then we saw a lot of Josiah DeGuara. He had a few grabs, and then Tucker Kraft had his first 2 catches of his career, I think. I don't think he had one prior to this game. Musgrave was getting most of those reps. So what a disappointing loss. For the Lions to be 3-0 against us coming into this in the last 3 games, for us to get knocked out by them last year in the last game of the season, we had a win to make the playoffs. So Rodgers' last game as a Packer, and Cobb's last game, Lazard's last game, Amos's last game, all those guys, so Malik Taylor. But anyway, for them to go down like that last year and then have them come in this year and kind of just get steamrolled, we knew the defense would be kind of tough, but we couldn't run the ball at all. We couldn't. In the first half, we couldn't do anything. Even in the second half, when we kind of got rolling, LaFleur calls that play where it goes 11 yards backwards, the pass to Romeo Doubs. A lot of this stuff is just run simpler plays. Quit trying to scheme so many weird options. Just make it a little more simple for the quarterback. They were in a rhythm. They were driving. I know that pick in the red zone, the one he was trying to get to Doubs, was kind of a bummer because Doubs, broke free and came open as he ran towards the pylon. But Love threw it too quick, picked off. 2 interceptions for Love. So now that's, 8 touchdowns on the year and 3 picks. So not horrible, but he's got to start slowing things down, getting a quicker start, but just, processing things a little quicker too when he does get out of the pocket and when he's trying to make those throws. He overthrew a few guys. The one that got tipped on our side of the field that was going to Watson, that got tipped by the Lions linebacker, that got picked off. And then there was some where the guys were just wide open and he overthrew them over the middle. You got to just settle down, make those throws. His completion percentage was a little bit better, but he still has to improve that. If he can get that up over 60 to 65 is where the good guys are, like Rodgers and Allen and Mahomes. If he can get up to there or, close to it, cut it in half at least to start and then just work your way up. I know there's going to be a lot of growing pains with this young team. We have a young roster, the youngest in the league. They average 25 years old per, and Bakhtiari, probably the oldest guy right now. I think he's going to be out for the season. Now I feel bad that I said that he did not play just because it was turf. He had another surgery. He's looking towards another surgery. He's already on IR, which puts him out at least 4 games, but I think he's going to be out for the season. They're shooting for him to be fully healthy in 2024. Tough loss for the Packers, but we should get Elgton Jenkins back here soon. I think this 11 days off is going to help a lot of these young guys reset. The season started. It's kind of a shell shock. There's a lot going on. Now these guys can all kind of just take a breather, go back to their fundamentals. Quay Walker, 19 tackles. He set a Packers record, 19 tackles. I know he had the bonehead play on the special teams field goal, but that's got to be a coaching thing. The guys got to know you can't get a running start. I mean, it should be like, okay, hey guys, can't get a running start ever. It should already been coached. The fact that he did that and it cost us kind of. I know we would have been down 13. It would have been close. They blew some chances like that one red zone pick. So would have been close, but at least it would have still had something to play for. After that, it was kind of just a wash. And Quay's made a lot of mistakes like that, so we just got to get him coached up because you can see the talent. The kid can ball out. I mean, 19 tackles is insane. The NFL record is 24, so he was only 5 off the NFL record. And, we know Devondre Campbell was out. Jair Alexander was out. Bakhtiari, like I mentioned, was out. That's 3 all-pro players for the Packers that did not play. 2 of them on defense and 1 of them on the offensive line. Elgton Jenkins, Pro Bowl left guard, he didn't play. Like I said, Musgraves got knocked out. Watson and Jones were on like a pitch count. Watson was a little upset he didn't get to play more. Jones always says the right thing and says, whenever they call my number, I'm ready. But he didn't even get the ball until his first carry was when the Packers were down 24-3. You need to get him involved early and often. You need to be able to run the ball. I don't know what the Packers have to do with this defense, but they got to figure something out. Joe Barry might have to go. Get somebody in there that knows how to stop the run. We have like 7 first-rounders on that defense. Why are they not playing better? It just doesn't make sense. I know Jair was out, Stokes is out, but the guys need to start playing up to their potential because we have the talent. It's just, is it scheme? Is it coaching? Like, if that's what it is, that needs to change because the talent is there. Rashawn Gary, he's great, but the defensive line couldn't really stop the run. Here and there, they get some run stuffs, and you'd be like, oh, there you go, and then it'd be 1st and 10, and then they get a 10-yard gain. And, Montgomery's a hard runner. He runs tough, hard to bring down. That offensive line's really good for the Lions, but you need to be able to stop him. And, some plays, guys are missing tackles. I mean, that one Amon-Ra St. Brown catch, he made 4 guys miss. There's 4 Packers on the ground that were just diving towards them. There was one play where Goff got out of his sack from Wyatt because Wyatt dove too quick. It's just like don't dive unless you're on top of going to be on top of the quarterback. Stay on your feet, chase him down, get him down. So a lot of stuff for these young guys to work on. It's just exciting because we do seem to be competitive when they do play up to their potential, and I don't even think they've played to their full potential, but when the offense is going, you can see it's humming, and then the defense, you know that they can play a certain style. They just have to get to it. Being out on the field as much as they were is a tough go. Have an interception in your own red zone is a tough go. So it's just a lot to learn from for these young guys, and hopefully the Packers can bounce back. Like I said, they have 10 days off. It was like 11 days off, but Monday Night Football in Vegas, so that'll be exciting. Vegas is struggling a little bit. Jimmy G out with a concussion. Devontae Adams is complaining about coaching and everything. And then we stay on the West Coast and go to Denver. I wonder if they're going to stay out in Vegas. I don't think that's a good idea, but they'll probably come home and then go back to Denver. But anyway, go Packers. Let's get this one. Take this time, get healthy. Hopefully we get Campbell back. Hopefully Musgraves will be back. Hopefully Jenkins will be back. Jair, like I was thinking, Watson and Jones will be more healthy, and hopefully these guys can really get into it here on this long stretch of the season that we have since we have it early bye this year. So, all right, go Pack, go. Thank you guys for watching.